Hi guys, it's Byzantine. Today I was asked by Agata Vashilenko and actually suggested to make a video about the fragrances of mother and Mother's Day fragrances that would be great for a gift. And she asked me a couple days ago, and it's perfect because my mother was visiting and staying with me for a couple of days, and we talk about fragrance a lot. And I just have to let you know that my mother is such a fume head, such a perfume collector. She loves the fragrance. Her collection is even bigger than mine, and she used plenty of the fragrances. And I totally agree that we take after our taste for fragrance. We take it after our mothers and fathers, but I have to tell you that I personally think that bond between a child and mother is way stronger than between the father and a child, because you have a different relation in terms of hugging your mother, being so close to your mother carrying you. Some people even say that the unborn children that are still in a womb can differentiate the scent. I'm not going that far, but I'm gonna tell you about the fragrances that my mother used, and the scents that I remember my mother used, and the ones that she uses right now. I'm not gonna make the list too long, but prepare, this video is going to be quite a long video because there are two parts. There's one part when I talk about my mother's fragrances, and the part when I suggest what you would possibly buy for your mother as a Mother's Day gift. So my mom, as I told you, is such a fragrance fanatic, and I would divide her fragrances to the fragrances before I was born and the fragrances after I was born, the ones that I remember. And before I was born, and we still have some flacons, she used Poison, she used Charlie Blue, she has this vintage small travel size a bottle of L'Heure des Temps actually, probably, yeah, by Nina Ricci. And and she said she was using a Wild Mask by Coty, and she used Chanson d'Or by Coty, and her first fragrance that she got from her father's friend was Evasion by Bourjois, and yeah, and it was the fragrance from Pevex here in Poland. Before I was born, we were deep into the communism, and there was the store Pevex where there were important goods, but only for those who could afford them, because you would have to pay with dollars, as far as I know. But I'm not sure. I'm a child after the communism, so I don't remember. I don't know exactly. But I know that many products were not available in stores, including food, including cosmetics, including clothes, and you had to have the special cards that all these goods were rationed for everybody. So for instance, a mother could buy like 100 grams of meat for a child per month, I guess, something like this. So I don't know the details, but it was quite a difficult time to purchase anything. So my mother used the fragrances that I told you, and after I was born, and the ones that I remember vividly are mentioned very often in my videos, Gauche Musk Oil, which is not very known fragrance. This is an oil version, but there's also an EDP, and it's by a Danish brand called Gosh. And I know this brand is not very involved into the production of a fragrance anymore. Of course, they have some on the market, but it's not their main focus. Then they focus more on makeup products right now, as far as I know. So this is the fragrance my mother used, I think, most of the 90s. Another one would be that the one that she started using in the 80s and continued in the 90s, and it was Priscilla Presley's Moments. And she still has some bottles of Priscilla Presley Moments, and she also used Salvador Dali's Dali. It was called just Dali, or right now I think it's called Dali Water or Odi Dali. And she had like two versions, the white one, the clear white one, and the black one. And I remember that Priscilla Presley and Salvador Dali were more or less similar vibe to each other, which is heavy floral, giving you like a soapy sensation. I would describe them this way. Another one similar to this sensation would be Poem to me, and my mother said she used Poem as well, by Lancome. But I don't remember her using this. I just remember Priscilla Presley, Odi Dali, and Gosh Musk Oil. Later she started using Acqua di Gio by Giorgio Armani, but it wasn't the scent that was very good for her, I guess, because she used it religiously, but you could never smell it from her, but she liked it, and then she stopped it eventually. Later she discovered, she used the Acqua di Gio like to the early 2000s, and later she discovered Lola by Marc Jacobs, and she used it up until this year, but maybe even the last year. She says that she doesn't feel the mood anymore for this fragrance, and it doesn't smell the same. I think it's discontinued. She still has like the one backup bottle, but she stopped using it. And right now she is so much in love with two fragrances. Narciso Rodriguez, her favorite one is EDT version, and Samsara by Guerlain. And I was the one who introduced her to these fragrances because I thought she may like them, and I was right. And she is obsessed with these two right now. She also likes Idyll by Guerlain, but I don't think it's the fragrance that suits her very well, but she likes it just for her own pleasure. Now, here's the part of the video when I recommend you what to get your mother for Mother's Day. Here in Poland, Mother's Day is on the 26th of May. I know that in many countries it's already over. It was this weekend? I'm not sure. And I'm gonna suggest you the fragrances that I think have the most motherly vibe, which is very heartwarming and positive and uplifting, because to me this is these are the feelings I connect, and feelings and emotions I connect with mother. Just not only my mother, but mother in general. And of course your mother might have her own favorites, and probably you know them. If you know them, you probably know what to get for her, and then you don't need my suggestions, but these suggestions are for people who are not sure what to get for their mother, and kind of blind buying them. So I'm not gonna recommend the most popular fragrances, the most trendy ones, because I don't think that trendy fragrances have a lot of timeless and class uh, quality. So I'm gonna recommend you quite safe ones, quite original in scent, but not very hot and trendy ones, very gourmand. For example, I don't know, La Via Belle or Carolina Herrera. That I actually don't like as well, but I'm gonna recommend you the fragrances that my mother would like and I think are safe for many mothers. So I mentioned Gosh Musk Oil, but this is not what I'm gonna recommend. And I also recommend, I also mentioned Samsara. So I would recommend your mother, or you for your mother, Guerlain Samsara. The red, it used to be in this red bottle, actually the taller one, but right now it's repackaged to the B bottle. It's more unified throughout the brand, but you can still get the ones in the red bottles on the internet. And this is a sandalwood based, very creamy, quite sweet fragrance. It may seem a little bit old fashioned, so I would recommend you another sandalwood based fragrance, which is Estee Lauder Sensuous. And I think Sensuous is more modern, it's very warm, ambery, sandalwood based, floral, very solar and bright fragrance, but also very warm and cuddly. So I think this is what your mother would like eventually. Another fragrance that I would recommend, which is very nice, I don't know a person who doesn't like this fragrance, is Chloe EDP. This is a huge bottle. It's starting to get darker because this part is silver, which is also another great thing if you're buying for a gift for somebody. Look at this packaging, it's very classy. And I also want to show you the box. You know, the box is very nice. It comes, hold on, focus. It comes inserted here. It says that it's silver, sterling silver. This part, it comes packed like this, and you don't have to get that big bottle, but look how nice it looks. And you know, I want to tell you at the very beginning, like, you don't have to buy these fragrances in stores. You can get them online, and they're way cheaper this way, but still you know, the packaging remains the same, everything is the same. And if you buy in a good seller, you're sure that they're original. I'm not sponsored, but I want to tell you and remind you that right now Notino here in Poland has like this 15% discount when you type the code Notino in your bucket, not a bucket, in your tray, in your checkout. So you can get fragrances 15% off. They're very affordable at Notino, plus you get this discount. If you want something not necessarily cheaper, but you can also find it in a nice on a nice sale at Yves Rocher, you can get very similar to Chloe, Moment de Bonheur, which means the moment of happiness. It is a very similar fragrance. They smell almost identical. This one I got from Eva, my friend Eva. I think it's maybe a little bit less powdery and less potent. That's what I would say. It's softer, more delicate. It's a great fragrance as well. If I had to give you a pattern, if you don't like any of these fragrances, I would recommend you, if you want to blind buy something for your mother, to follow the color scheme of the fragrance. I'm pretty sure that if you'll go with this beigey, it's beigey pinky. I hope it's gonna show. You can see it right now. It's beigey, light pinky, very nude colored box and fragrance. I'm sure if you follow this pattern, you will buy something that your mother will like. The same beigey, pinky, nude coloring is in Estee Lauder Sensuous. It's in Jimmy Choo, which I think is one of the most popular fragrances, but your mother would like. Also, you should give a go Narciso Rodriguez, any type of fragrance, because they start differently, but the base I think is always the same. So at the end of the day, they're gonna smell the same. My mother personally likes the EDT version, as I told you, but you can buy EDP, you can buy Poudre. In Sephora, they have also this rollerball small perfumes. So you can buy them this, or you can look for a great deal online. Yeah, this video is very long, but I hope it will help you. I hope it will be very useful for you. If you liked it, please hit the like button. I always have a problem with pronunciation, and sorry for making mistakes. Sorry for that. I will get better, I promise. So I hope this video was useful for you. If you like to give it a like button, please subscribe to my channel. Please follow me on Instagram. There are more videos coming, and for sure there's video of review of Dior Poison coming as well, but it's a work in progress. So thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Kisses. Mwah.